Hello guys, I'm your host Mishi. Welcome back to Lions Media Show, where we'll be discussing youth and leadership. So let us give our guest chances for the introduce. Let's start from you.
Yes. Hi. How are you doing, guys? I'm MC Governor Paul. Okay. But my official name is Paul. A teacher by profession, a radio presenter at Umoja Radio Nairobi. Also an MC. Okay.
Thank you very much, Mishi. I'm called Mark Gingo, also known as the Animal is Back. I'm a young aspiring candidate in the coming 2027 elections. I'm coming from Suna East, specifically Migori County. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my host. My name is Diana Brad. I am a leader and a youth leader. I champion for change for the youth. Thank you very much for hosting me today at Lions Media.
Wow. So topic ya leo ni kuhusu youth and leadership. So as for you, unaviewaaje like youth and leadership, your definition according to youth and leadership?
Okay. My understanding of youth and leadership. First of all, a youth under the Kenyan Constitution, youth is one from the age 18 to 35. Bracket there. Leadership is the art of being able to govern people or an organization. So that's the art, youth and leadership. So that's the youth in leadership. So as a youth, you can be able to lead others to a certain goal. Yes.
What about you, Mark?
Okay, thank you. As I can define what youth and leadership is, basically, just from what Governor just said, that youth, moreover, it's being categorized under the bracket of maybe 18 to 35 years of age. I can add some point about it that youthship is all about the ideology. I believe right now, even if I'm at the age of 18, but I have the capacity, I have the philosophy, I have the ideologies that are needed to lead and govern and produce the best quality services to my people, then I'm in a position to lead. So in relation to leadership, it's all about being innovative enough to bring into existence something that has never existed to exist in the purpose of helping your people. So that's how I can define what youth and leadership is.
Okay, thank you, host. To me, my definition of youth and leadership is simply we bracket this as the new generation, the upcoming generation who want to drive change, who has a motive and good intention and have been well educated with the modern technology. So youth and the leadership to me is just the rising of the new technology, which can only be induced by the young people in this generation if given the opportunity to lead the nation. Thank you very much, host.
Wow. So what inspired you to become a leader, to take the role of leadership?
Thank you. First of all, I've been a leader in different fields. The good thing that is, I started being a leader in high school. Started being at a keeper, I became the DH, the place where people eat very well. So from there, I came into campus of Kenya University. I remember the year 2018, I vied as an academic minister, came second in the elections. My ambition to become a leader are never shattered. I know I cannot, not a master be a leader in a certain, a political leader in a certain organization, but I can be a leader on my own. Can try and make changes in people's life as being a leader. So I came out after school. I've been a leader in football, in the art of sports. I've been a coach, I've been a captain, done a lot of leaderships, mentorship here and there. Been leading a group of youth, an organization known as Ganja United Youth Group. They were started as when we were comrades at Mount Kenya University. We were helping the youth. We were also nurturing talents like this one, our CEO is doing. So from these and the other fields, I've been having the urge to lead the youth, to try and make the youth focus, see what their life, the potential they have in these now in this able country. Yes.
Wow.
Thank you, Mishi. Well, you have asked about what motivates or inspires. You know, the first thing is all about the historical context or the historical affirmations that you have, the background information that you have. One, for me to have inspiration, I must come from a society. I've well observed, I've been brought up in the society, I've seen the vacuums in leadership structures that have existed there. And right now we are saying that, you know, in relation to historical context that we have been witnessing, we have politicians, we don't have leadership. Because right now you see that things are being done in a way that they only suit the political class, but in relation to giving service to the people is still a mess. So to me, what inspires me the most is a visionary, that I want to bring things that had not existed, and there is a capacity that they can be brought into existence to exist. So if at all I can manage to bring that which has not been there to existence, then that is what keeps on motivating me, and seeing that at least one day, if at all we can bring into the limelight and see that it's not a matter of politics, it's a matter of at least living that position, living that state more better than you found it. So that's what keeping me moving, because I'm seeing that my society is still suppressed into the poverty line just because we have the politicians. Here comes a space whereby now we come up as leaders and now say that it's not a matter of politics, but it's a matter of seeing that this can exist, but there is no one who can come and plant it. Let me step into that step and space. So what motivates me is like the historical context and the present needs of the society. That is what keeps me moving.
Wow.
Okay, thank you, Pastor. I think to me, what inspires me the most to be a leader is the urge to serve the people. To me, I define leadership as a calling. Once you have the humanity to service, and you see gaps, once you identify gaps, there's something in business called business gaps. That is identifying things that are inadequate for you to put them to adequate. So once I've noticed that there's something, me personally, I've noticed that there's a gap missing in our society. That is why I have the motive, I have the urge to lead my people so that I can deliver those services. Those are the main things that keeps me going, because without those things, I think I could not be dreaming or wanting to be a leader, because leadership, I think, is all about service to humanity. Thank you very much, host.
Wow. So how do you handle criticism, opposition in your leadership?
Okay, thank you very much. To me, handling criticism is something that if you are a leader, you must know that not 100% of the people who are in your constituents or who are in your county or nation will support you. Because it will be very abnormal for you to have 100% people of your supporters supporting you without criticizing. So if you're a leader, you must be ready. You must have a bag. You must be having a bag which seems like for a madman, where you know the bag of a madman is being placed everything. You will find avocado in it. You will find the bread. You will find the ugali yenye melala hapo utapata imewekwa. So it's like that cup. So when you are a leader, you should be ready to have that cup. You will receive good things and bad things. So the context of you being a madman means that you don't care whether it is good or bad. You absorb it. So you look at what you want to absorb. If you want to absorb the critics, then well, then again we have positive criticism and negative. Maybe somebody is criticizing you for you to up your game or to do something that is not right. Then there is the negative one. You know, now the negative one you just have to avoid, because if somebody comes and says you are too dark to lead, you cannot change that thing. You are black, you are born that way. So there's no way you are going to tell that person that you know what, now you are saying that I'm dark, I'm going to find Caroline. That is, I cannot do that for you. I will only change whatever I am ready to change. Not that if you see me walking, then you start naming me that kuna vile mguu yangu moja. They start putting in quotes ule one leg. So you must get used to it. Even Ruto, you find you go on social media, you find somebody that just created at your party looking exactly like the head of Ruto. Ruto cannot change that head. He has already been given that head. So you just see a way on how you can manage it. Thank you, host.
Okay, so what are the challenges you're undergoing as young youth leaders?
Okay, maybe I just wanted to add something on what Brad was just saying. You know, right now, if you want to move a mountain, you start by, first of all, removing the small stones. And with the time, the mountain itself is going to be flat. And also there is one philosopher who said, if until philosophers become kings and kings becomes philosophers, evil shall never end in our societies. Right?
Yes.
Why am I bringing this analogy? You are asking about now criticism. Criticism for those who are thinkers and those who are wise, it's like a vitamin or a mineral for your growth. Because for you to grow, you have to be critiqued. And anyone critiquing you, don't hold a grudge that, oh, you know what, this is now wrong. This person is giving you a second chance of growing. Because for me to critique you, it's either you've done something which I think to my space or to my face value is wrong. But when you critique it, then I will come and reason with myself that, okay, why is the person saying this and why can't I do the same way? So it will give you a chance for growth mentality. So criticism is a very positive aspect of life. Even you, for you to be wherever place you are today, someone critiqued you. Someone told you can't make it. Some people told you that no, you're wasting your time and so on. So that one is the urge which kept you moving. It motivates you for the goal-oriented mentality. On the second question that you asked about now, how we handle what?
Challenges.
First of all, I may not understand what you mean by handling the challenges.
The challenges you're facing in your youth, being a youth leader.
Being a youth leader. One, what we must understand, all of us, or agree with all of us, is that we are being told that we are still young.
Yeah.
Every moment you want to aspire for anything, every time you want to go for something out, you're being told that, you know what, you're still young, maybe you're not married, you have not constructed a home, you don't have a family, and so on. But I'm happy with one gentleman known as Babu Owino. He keeps on saying that we are already late. Because you see that president of Burkina Faso, he is a president at the age of 32, Ibrahim Traore. When you go to Libya, Gaddafi was a president at what age? At 20s, right?
But you have to succeed so that they get ashamed and they join you in your success now. So criticism is all over. Criticism in each and every field. There's nowhere to get criticism. There's nowhere. Everywhere there's criticism. But even in small things, even in church, there's criticism. You find people criticizing the pastor and the church.
Yeah.
You have seen people fighting for the pastors fighting in churches. The churches until now the government comes in to lock the church to bring these people into a point of equilibrium so that they know who is supposed to ascend to the throne, maybe of a bishop or so. So that is another way of motivating you to work harder and harder. Challenges are there. We face them each and every day. Because if there are no challenges, you cannot be waking up day going to work or going to do this and that. Because these challenges are making one, because you need to put something in your stomach. That's the first challenges you have. So because you need to find something to put in the stomach, you have to wake up, go find a job, find that money, then put something in the stomach. Because you cannot sit and the food come to the table. No, the challenges are there to motivate us and encourage us to move a step higher and higher. For example, there are some people in the challenge and criticism part. You can see the people who are like the immediate former chairman for United Democratic Party Alliance, Cleophas Malala. He was ousted by the party and went away. The deputy president was ousted by the party, impeached, went away. But they have merged now. Because of the challenge they faced, they have merged and come up with their own. But who's going to oust them? Who? They have their own party. The party is theirs. Yeah. So it's them to oust the people from the party. So the chairman and the deputy party leader of the party are now the party leader and the deputy party leader of the DCP party. Those are the challenges and criticism they face. And now they are gaining popularity because of their challenges. The government think is fighting them, but they are now getting popularity from the criticism from the government, the side of the government. Yeah, that's my view.
Meshi, I have something before you just cut off, the point on the criticism and the challenges. One thing, staying focused to your dream, right? Staying focused to your dream is very much key. And then number two, it is not how often you fall, but it is how fast you rise from your what? From your falling. That is what is going to define what resilience is. And most of the time, if you want to be a visionary leader, be practical. Avoid being verbose. Because if at all you want to be a leader and at the same time you want to be a politician, then you're going to have a what? A hiccup in between. Because you want to follow the analogy, the historical perspective that has been going on of coming and making propaganda lies or promises which you know at the end of the day you're not going to fulfill. That is now going to shift you from what? From being a leader, and now you start being a politician. I was giving a point somewhere sometime back that maybe I'm aspiring to be one of a leader in the coming future days. And then I was saying that right now, if you check on the society level, we have those who are extremely poor. Then we have the middle class, and then we have the
high class,
upper class. And then you can ask yourself this question: that why do you think that those who are poor, they are still sinking in poverty, but those who are having, they're really flourishing and getting it? Then there's a Marxist in theory that says that if poor can come together, then they can overpower the what? The rich. But the problem will come: who is going to lead them in doing this? So this is the space whereby now we want someone who is a thinker, who can know that a leader is interested in what is going to give to the people, not what is going to take from the what?
From the people.
That's my take of leadership.
Oh, nice. So how can we help Gen Zs and millennials to work together to achieve certain goals in this life?
Thank you, Mishi. There's something that came recently after the Sabasaba protest. Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga said that he wants the intergenerational conclave talks. I agree with his statement, but the problem is who are these Gen Zs that are going to represent us? Are they leaders or politicians? That's the problem. The previous man of the last year, there's some people benefited from it. Take of the Kasamuel and some other people. They are now into the ODM and other parties, and they went silent. Did you see them in the recent Mandaman? No.
Yeah.
Because their stomachs are now full.
Yeah.
That's the problem we have as leaders. You come as a leader, but behind you are a politician. So you are hiding something behind. So when you come into the limelight, when the table is now presented upon you, now turn your back to us, who put it in that position, and then start feeding your own and the people who are close to you. So for this intergenerational conclave talks to be a success, I think they should start from the what you call public participation. Who are supposed to go? Who are these people that you are seeing that are supposed to go? These student leaders, they are there, but how did they come to this being student leaders? These are politicians. Let me not lie to you. They are politicians. Most of them are funded by politicians during these campaigns. So if you are funded by a politician to become a student leader, whose interest are you serving?
The politician.
So when you tell them that you want to take student leaders to go in these intergenerational talks, we are done. We are doomed. Then not. But come to the grassroots where these leaders are. There's these bungas that are in Jacaranda. Those people have ideas, but you'll never see them going to the such events. I was very happy today when he was on Citizen TV, Kimbi. I was listening to him, and he just said that we don't want to be these things of political parties. We are youth, we are Gen Zs. We want the government to listen to us, not the parties. These are what we are bringing on the table. This is what is happening to us. We are suffering down there. So down the pyramid we are suffering, and up there you are just enjoying. So please try and come down the pyramid and see here how is the feeling. Because when you tell us that The people have protested this on 25th June and on 7th July. And from there, as a president of this country, with all the leadership bestowed on you, to come and tell the police that anyone trying to do this and this, please shoot the leg. As a father, as a parent, no. There's no wisdom there. So please, in this they call the intergenerational conflict talks, if it will happen, then let it be done from the grassroots. Even the public participation. These parents, their parents, there are people down here, they know who they can present for this the talks. But not go to the politicians. The politicians pick their favorites. They pick their favorites. Even I'm sure this Samuel man was never seen in the front. He was never in the front line during the Mandaman last year. But because of just in social media, speaking to social media, was so that they need to come to the grassroots, get the leaders from the grassroots, who are leaders, not politicians. There is I think that there's a difference between an elder and being old. There's a difference between an elder and being old. So don't just assume that when you're getting old, you're becoming more wiser. No. There's a very big difference. An elder is a wise person. But an old person can just be old for nothing. Just being old because of aging up. That's my...
Okay.
Me, I'm a bit pragmatic. I like pragma. I want to start wherever place he left about the elder, the old. You know, we have wisdom and experience. The experience comes with age. Mm-hmm. At some point, I will say that wisdom doesn't come with age. Even fools get old. Right?
Yeah.
Even fools get old. And you can't tell me that now we have to listen to any man who is having a white hair because they can see far. Yes, they can see far because the experience keeps on repeating. Only that these things had once upon a time happened when I had not existed. And that one does not mean now I'm incapacitated to maybe lead or give an idea. I would like you to shift the question. Instead of asking me that can we have a Gen Z and a millennial kind of interaction and a bit merger to work together, I would have asked you this question, that ask me this way. Why can't we see a way in which we can bring those who have and they have notes? Because not all Gen Zs are suffering. That's the first question. And not all millennials are also exploiting us.
True.
Right?
Yes.
So the key thing that we need to understand in this aspect of leadership is one, let's not hide around and rouse a lot of lies so that we can suit their ego. Right?
Yes.
Right now in my constituency, we have he's a respectable man. And I respect him with a lot of honor. I may not wish to mention the name, but at the age of 80, he's still aspiring to be a governor. Just imagine. At the age of 80. At the age of 80. Tell me. Age of 80. I believe in an ideal world. Even if we want to trace from the Bible, when did David become a leader? At a youthful age. Right?
Yes.
Jesus himself started his mission when he was how old? 12. Sijui changing water into wine. Sasa mimi nikiambiwa bado kwamba saa yangu bado haijafika, nashangaa. Na nasema kwamba is it because I'm a son of no one that I'm being told that bado. What if saizi kijana ya Raila ama kijana ya Uhuru akuja anataka kitu, ataambiwa bado ako mdogo?
No.
Let's be logical. Ataambiwa bado ako mdogo. Hayuko mdogo, but because me I'm a son of nobody, bado niko mdogo. Because nani anajua baba yangu?
Nobody.
Right? So mimi hata sitaki hiyo mazungumuzo ya millennial na Gen Z. Wacha ikae venye iko. We want intergenerational shift in leadership. That's what we want. Si wao wameserve. Na not all millennials, but we were talking about now the working class. Si they have served.
Yes.
Let them migrate 2020 what? 27 wafanye nini? Waende, we get a new what? A new face. Right?
Yes.
And then let's borderly reflect. The problem that we have in Kenya is one, that mtu akiingia anasahau. Anasahau. Mbona anasahau? We are having what is known as knowledge vacuum or knowledge depth. There is no build-up in knowledge, whereby people make some jokey monkey business and get into the position, and then because now they are in the position, they can employ some people to intimidate so that no one can speak at the mind. And if you speak, unasikia kwamba umepotea na wewe. Because you're just trying to say the truth.
The truth.
We have a big problem. Of course, mimi sasa hivi nasikia watu wakisema one tab, sijui two tab. Mimi hata nasema kwamba shida zenye tuko nazo hii Kenya already imetosha, tutaki shida zingine tena. Let's first of all solve from 1963 to date. Then after that one we can now come and now debate tuseme kwamba how are we going to have a division of what resource.
In 2007 they call it nusu mkate. In 2013 they called it handshake. In 2022 it is now broad-based. So they will lie to you. They will give you all types of names. You thinking that you are going to solve. There's nothing you are going to solve. There is nothing to talk about. Raila did not talk to when Moi was being removed from power, or his tenure was being erased away. Nobody talked to Moi. People were going. The likes of Akina Orengo were going to UN. They were going to Nairobi. They were rejecting Moi. There is no day that a revolution is going to be stopped by discussing. You cannot sit in the same table with your enemy and you eat people drinking soda. One must poison the other. So I am not a party to agreeing that we have a Gen Z talk and millennial. This is confusion. The first mistake that the Gen Zs are doing is being lied to that we are leaderless. Why are we leaderless? That is the first thing. During the time of Akina Raila, they were leaders. They were changing the leaders. You were finding there's a leader for Muranga, there was a Gen Z leader from Kiambu, there was a Gen Z leader from Kirinyaga, there was a Gen Z leader from Homa Bay, and they were fighting for one cause. That one does not mean that you are going to lose focus. That is the first step that these politicians are lying to the Gen Zs, that you are leaderless. Then at night they come and call one of you who is your leader and they give them money. And then tells you, go and repeat, you are leaderless. But the person eating that money is the leader. Why is he searching for that one person? Why did they not search for any other youth? They search for Samuel Makoure. And then Samuel Makoure comes in television and says, we are leaderless. And he's the leader. Why is he being searched for? Because he is the one who's been chosen among those Gen Zs. There is this one who is showing, who is leading the move. So that is the first problem where we have. We cannot sit down as Gen Zs and millennials discussing it's just the same devil. Let us shun away from it. It's just the same thing that we want to handle. And my call to the youth, especially those who are in the forefront right now, there is no day that the old people will come, or the people who have been in government. Grabbing power from an old man is like you going to a man who was just married 2 weeks ago, then you want to snatch her wife. My friend, that man will deal with you because he knows the sweetness that he's enjoying from that marriage or that family. So it's like an old man who has eaten public funds for too long. He has enjoyed. He has been in state. Then you want to go and tell him that you want to take power from, you want to negotiate. He will just lie to you with some small piece of meat and you unaenda zako. So there is nothing to talk about. These things does not need to be talked about. Ni vitu ambayo they should be done. They should not be coming to talk about sijui intergeneration conclave. We are coming to talk. What are we coming to talk about? It's nothing. It's not helping us. You people to do your work, let us do our work. If we decide we are going to do this, we are going to storm this, and we are going to change this, let us change it in our own way. Because there is no revolution that can come easily. So the Gen Zs, let us stop this Gen Z thing. And let us stop this millennial thing. Tukue neutral. Because right now nikilala njaa ni Dianga Brad. Hakuna Gen Z, ati Gen Z mwingine alilala njaa Thika. Nobody knows that. It's Dianga Brad. Ukilala njaa ni governor amelala njaa. Mark akilala njaa ni Mark amelala njaa. There's no way we'll put Mark. Hebu kwanza tuangalie Mark ni Gen Z ama millennial. Ati no, millennial amelala njaa. Sasa hiyo hatuendi juu ni millennial. No. Let us stop this shift. They are trying to lie to us every day, bringing tribal, bringing now it's generational. It does not exist. So I think I'll just leave it at that point and give back to the host.
Allow me to make something about the young. You know me, wisdom do comes whenever someone is maybe making a point. He just say that it's like the devil is coming in different forms. And the truth is one, when you are dining with the devil in the dark, I can advise you to use a long fork. Right?
Okay.
Use a long fork. And then on the relation to this now issue coming about now, our leaders are coming to doing coaching to our young upcoming leaders. I do say that an antelope fears less to those who stares at it more than those who shout at it. Huwa inaogopa sana kidogo wale ambao wanaiangalia tu, lakini it pays a lot of attention to that individual who shouts at it. Right now, the reason as why we have a lot of mayhems and a lot of fracas and a lot of problems in the country is because right now the antelope has not been stared at, but we had shouted at it. Tumepiga kelele. You can remember 2024, the finance bill, we made a lot of noise na masikika kwa juu. Yeah, sasa hivi unasikia kama watu wanapiga kelele, masikiko wapi? Iko juu. Having places where they are going to get enlarged. Just as Akoko said that a river without a source is like a what? Or rather a home without a daughter.
It's like a
river without a what? A source. If at all they are killing the source, because we have to practice what is known as sustainable development in relation to our country and economy. The moment they are now killing all the youths because of their opinions, whom are they preparing to come and lead our country in the coming years? So it's not a matter of now coming and following youth because of their opinion, but because they are the ones who came up with this education. They gave us education. We are now having about awareness about governance. We are now having a lot of integrity coming to our existence in relation to economics. So it's a high time they bring us issues that can create us employment and make us busy at the same time. By doing so, hii kelele mingi hatutakuwa nayo. Lakini kama kuna hiyo, hata kuwako nyumbani kama kuna chakula. And I wanted to say something lakini sijui kama ni mbaya. You know, a home where poverty sits down, hiyo nyumba iko na kelele mingi sana. Lakini kwa tajiri umewahi sikia kwamba mara mtu alibebea mwingine panga? Wengine walikuwa na kimbizana na mkuki sababu ya shamba? Hakuna, because everyone is settled, everyone is serving something, everyone is having some bank account, everyone is having land. But a home whereby poverty is really enriched, hapo kukimbizana usiku na mchana, hata udali kwa nyumba. So we don't want our country to be a poverty state. We want it to be a self-sustained economy. And that's why we are fighting for it. That's why we're making a lot of noise, so that at least they can buy a leaflet from all the noises that we're making to reflect and implement some which are productive to our economy.
Okay, wow. So how mna balance aje leadership responsibilities na your life na leadership responsibilities? How are you balancing them?
A leader is born a leader.
Okay.
So you lead from the time you are born. So you have to balance these things up from your own perspective. You have to create time for the family. There's always time to create for your family. Time for everything to do, for education. The leadership is in you. So it's you to control. Right? Know how to, when to apply it, where to apply it, and when to use it.
Umekuja kwangu tena? Well, unajua leadership sio nguo ya kuvaa na kutoa. That's the first thing. Si kwamba ni nguo ni leadership, nikitoka hapa naiwacha. Hapana. Any place that I am, I must give a forefront on what is to be on leadership. For instance, leo nikienda kuomba kazi kwa hoteli, niwekwe kama maybe accountant, yule ambaye anaandika maneno ya pesa. Na wewe unafanya kazi pale kama customer service lady. You are going to serve the customers. Na customer akuulizie umletee nyama boil, lakini wewe hukusikia. Ukaenda pale ukafanya order na ile computer. ukaleta nyama fry. Kama mimi ni kiongozi ambaye nataka nisaidie wewe na wale ambao wanafanya kazi na pia ni imarishe kampuni, what am I going to do? Nitasema kwamba hiyo chakula don't worry about it, weka tu pahali. Kama customer mwingine atakuja ambaye anataka order ya fry, chukua ufanye nini? Umpatie. I think by doing that I'm giving some leadership limelight in capacity to where I'm working. Nikienda shule, kama mimi ni mwalimu, nimepata kama shule hakuna any structure of leadership, people are just doing their own things, then I must bring it simultaneously, gradually. Niseme kwamba let's have a shift on this, and you bring these policies pole. At the end of a year, maybe you shall have done something which has not existed and bring it to existence. So mimi nasema kwamba I don't balance leadership and responsibility. Leadership is my responsibility. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, host. To me, I think it's just on how, once you are a leader, you will always, whatever you are doing, so you have the responsibilities to do. But while handling the responsibilities, there must be some leadership in it. Right now, if I say from this podcast, we are going to drink something, it's a weekend, now we are going to take something. Even in that drinking something, it will show you that this is a leader and this is not a leader, because I'm right on time, I'm checking time, and I'm saying I'm going to, and talk up by 9 p.m. No, that is somehow you know how to handle yourself. You know how you put your time, you put your things in order, you know what to do at the right time and not at that. And you know how to manage yourself. You manage yourself with the time, and I think it's not a big deal, because once you're a leader, I think managing responsibility is the simplest thing, because if you can think about 10,000 people, why can't you thinking about yourself is just a walk at the park. In fact, you don't even think about yourself, because things are aligning themselves. So I think that it's just that.
Wow. Okay. So tell the youth something you could like them to know about leadership.
You want me to advise the youth?
Yeah, tell them
Okay.
something.
What I can tell the youths out there is that let's come out in large numbers. Once you feel a calling or you feel the urge to serve your people, you feel that you can do something that can make a change in your constituency, in your ward, even in your apartment or that plot that you live in, even in your small circle. Leadership starts from the house. Even if you are a young father, you start developing leadership skills. So I personally, I'd wish for more youth to come out in large numbers, so that it becomes something normal for youth to be getting positions. Right now it is very abnormal to see a youth that, like recently, the one was employed as a cabinet secretary. News was so everywhere. A 31-year-old man being employed as a cabinet secretary, it should not be a news. It should be normal. It should be something that when we listen to, tunaichukua kama kawaida. But now it seems like wametufanyia a very big favor. So we are urging the youth, me personally, just come up, be resilient. Don't be afraid of anything. There's a quote that says that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Just make a step, and everything will realign itself until you become that leader that you become.
First of all, let's focus. Let's have a focus. Let's have a goal as youth. We have been lied to so many times. We've been lied to so many times that it's not your time. It's not your time. It's not your time. When is the time coming to be? When is it? You'll get old. They are still telling us that it's not our time. I was happy when this lady, the young lady from Bomet, the women, we call him Toto, was very young at the age of 24, something like that. People are saying that he has been very young. A woman rep. She was even not married. Eh?
Yeah, she was.
She was even not married. But at least we have seen he came to the limelight. We have Peter Salasia, Babu Wino, At least we are seeing some people there, the youth, but these are not enough. These numbers are not enough. Babu Owino cannot speak for us all. Peter Zarese cannot speak for us all. He has tried to speak, but he has now started being silenced. So please let us come to the as youth. If we see our own, let us support our own. Let us push him to the levels that he will come back to see us or to help us in a certain area. There are people back in the village. There are mothers. They are always being lied to by these politicians. But we are there. Why are we going to school? They are taking us to school so that we can come back and tell them and educate them about these our leaders. We cannot be just a village having graduates and we cannot produce a graduate to go to to represent us as leaders. We go back to cycling our old teachers, old people whose their education is not there. And you are seeing that the problem we are having now that is affecting our education from the now education capitation of education is not there. They are telling us that they will have to reduce from 22,000 to 15,000. Why? Because when you kill education, you have killed knowledge. So they are trying to kill that. Not many people to be. During our time before this free primary education, very few people are going to school. Now they started the university funding model. They should reduce it so that many people cannot be educated. Because most people who are going to university, they are enlightened to see the outside picture of this government and other things that happen here. So when they bar us or they bar the students from going to the universities, from high school, and a place where there's no people are not going to school, where there's no knowledge, you can just be led by anyone. And that's why we want, first of all, let us try educate our people from the home or the people who are back there at our villages. As youth, first of all, let us tell them this is what we are doing. Secondly, as youth, let us take our IDs. If you have reached 18 years, please have your own ID. The only way you can make these youth, these leaders, or you can make us leaders, is by voting on that ballot. And don't expect handouts from youth. Youth are struggling. They want to help us. We want to grow together. So, for these people, we are always being lied upon by the elderly or the politicians by handouts. Handouts will never take us anywhere. After, for example, it's just a period of 8 months where the campaigns are there. Then you are done. When they are elected and they go, silence comes again. You have nothing to put in your money on the table. Your family is there. You have remained there, and you used to wake up each and every morning going to help that politician. But if you try to call the number, he or she has sent the number. You cannot reach her. You can even go to the gate. Do you have an appointment? So there are so many hinders to accessing the leaders that we have elected. So let us elect ourselves. Let us get the identification cards. Let us register as voters. By 2027, let us elect youth that can represent us in a very good way. Thank you.
Wow, it was a nice session. So thank you, visitors, for availing your time to come today. So see you next Friday. Bye.